At the sight of the various articles and of the promissory note, the Taoist matron became at once unmindful of what was right and what was wrong. And while her mouth was full of assent, she stretched out her arm and first and foremost laid hold of the hard cash, and next clutched the IOU. Turning then towards Mrs. Chow, she asked for a sheet of paper, and taking up a pair of scissors, she cut out 2 human beings and gave them to Mrs. Chow, enjoining her to write on the upper part of them the respective ages of the 2 persons in question. Looking further for a sheet of blue paper, she cut out 5 blue-faced devils, which she bade her place together side by side with the paper men. And taking a pin, she made them fast. "When I get home," she remarked, "I'll have recourse to some art which will, beyond doubt, prove efficacious." When she, however, had done speaking, she suddenly saw Madame Wong's waiting maid make her appearance inside the room. "What, my dame, are you in here? Why, our lady is waiting for you." The 2 dames then parted company. But passing them over, we will now allude to Lin Tai-yu. As Pao Yu had scalded his face and did not go out of doors very much, she often came to have a chat with him. On this particular day, she took up, after her meal, some book or other and read a couple of pages out of it. Next, she busied herself a little with needlework in company with Zi Juang. She felt, however, thoroughly dejected and out of sorts, so she strolled outdoors along with her. But catching sight of the newly sprouted bamboo shoots in front of the pavilion, they uneventually stepped out of the entrance of the court and penetrated into the garden. They cast their eyes on all 4 quadrants, but not a soul was visible. When they became conscious of the splendor of the flowers and the chatter of the birds, they with listless step turned their course towards the Yihong court. There they found several servant girls bailing out water, while a bevy of them stood under the veranda watching the thrushes having their bath. They also heard the sound of laughter in the rooms. The fact is that Li Kung Chai, Lady Fong, and Pao Chai were assembled inside. As soon as they saw them walk in, they with one voice shouted, smiling, "Now, are not these 2 more?" "We are a full company today," laughed Tai-yu. "But who has issued the cards and invited us here?" "The other day," interposed Lady Fong, "I sent servants with a present of 2 caddies of tea for you, Miss Lin. Was it after all good?" "I had just forgotten all about it," Tai-yu rejoined. "Many thanks for your kind attention." "I tasted it," observed Pao Yu. "I didn't think it anything good, but I don't know how others who've had any of it find it." "Its flavor," said Tai-yu, "is good. The only thing is, it has no color. It's tribute tea from the Laos kingdom. When I tried it, I didn't find it anything very fine either. It's not up to what we ordinarily drink." "To my taste, it's all right," put in Tai-yu. "But what your palates are like, I can't make out." "As you say it's good," suggested Pao Yu, "you're quite at liberty to take all I have for your use." "I've got a great deal more of it over there," Lady Fong remarked. "I'll tell a servant girl to go and fetch it," Tai-yu replied. "No need," Lady Fong went on. "I'll send it with someone. I also have a favor to ask of you tomorrow, so I may as well tell the servant to bring it along at the same time." When Lin Tai-yu heard these words, she put on a smile. "You just mark this," she observed. "I've had today a little tea from her place, and she at once begins making a tool of me." "Since you've had some of our tea," Lady Fong laughed, "how is it that you have not become a wife in our house?" The whole party burst out laughing aloud, so much so that they found it difficult to repress themselves. But Tai-yu's face was suffused with blushes. She turned her head the other way and uttered not a word. "Our sister-in-law Secunda's jives are first class," Pao Chai chimed in with a laugh. "What jives? They're purely and simply the prattle of a mean mouth and vile tongue. They're enough to evoke people's displeasure." Saying this, she went on to sputter in disgust. "Were you," insinuated Lady Fong, "to become a wife in my family, what is there that you would lack?" Pointing then at Pao Yu, she cried, "Look here. Is not this human being worthy of you? Is not his station in life good enough for you? Are not our stock and estate sufficient for you? And in what slight degree can he make you lose caste? Taiyu rose to her feet and retired immediately, but Pao Chai shouted, "Here's Pen-er in a huff. Don't you yet come back? When you've gone, there will really be no fun." While calling out to her, she jumped up to pull her back. As soon as she reached the door of the room, she beheld Madame Chow, accompanied by Mrs. Chu, both coming to look up Pao Yu. Pao Yu and his companions got up in a body and pressed them into a seat. Lady Fong was the only person who did not heed them.